I have found it. This is the place where you will always survive a zombie apocalypse. On this channel, we have already seen several videos analyzing locations looking for the best place to survive the zombies, and today I have found it. Yes, you are seeing it correctly. A medieval castle. The first line of defense against the zombie onslaught lies in the very structure of the medieval castle. Built with durability in mind, these fortresses boast thick stone walls, designed to withstand the test of time and the relentless assaults of invaders. In the face of the undead, these formidable barriers become the shield that keeps survivors safe from the grasping hands and insatiable hunger of zombies. The deep foundations of a medieval castle add an extra layer of protection. Unlike modern structures, these castles were anchored deep into the earth, making them difficult for zombies to breach. The relentless scratching and pounding of the undead become mere whispers against the solid rock and mortar that form the castle's foundation. Medieval architects were masters of defense, creating intricate layouts and incorporating defensive features that make castles the ideal refuge against the zombie hordes. Drawbridges, moats, and strategically placed towers become crucial elements in the battle against the living dead. The drawbridge, once a means of keeping invaders at bay, now serves as a movable barrier that prevents zombies from swarming the castle entrance. Moats, filled with water or other obstacles, act as an additional deterrent, slowing down the undead and creating a protective buffer zone. Towers provide vantage points for survivors to monitor the surroundings and pick off approaching zombies with ranged weapons. A medieval castle, with its vast grounds and multiple interconnected buildings, provides the perfect canvas for creating a self-sustaining ecosystem. Survivors can cultivate crops within the castle walls, rear livestock, and establish a sustainable food source. The castle's well, originally designed for securing water during sieges, becomes invaluable, ensuring a continuous supply of fresh water even when the outside world crumbles into chaos. The diverse rooms within the castle, from kitchens to storerooms, allow for the storage and preservation of food, medical supplies, and other essential resources. With a well-planned strategy, survivors can turn a medieval castle into a thriving microcosm, reducing the need to venture into the dangerous outside world. One of the primary advantages of a medieval castle in the zombie apocalypse is its built-in armory. Many castles were equipped with armories that housed an impressive array of weapons, armor, and other defensive tools. Swords, crossbows, spears, and suits of armor become the arsenal that survivors can use to fend off the undead. The castle's armory can also serve as a workshop, allowing survivors to craft improvised weapons and fortifications. Blacksmithing facilities once used to create armor for knights can now be repurposed to fashion barricades, spikes, and other makeshift defenses. The medieval castle becomes a fortress armed not only with history, but also with the ingenuity of those fighting for their lives. Positioned on elevated terrain, many medieval castles were strategically built to provide a clear vantage point over the surrounding landscape. This elevated position offers survivors a distinct advantage in the zombie apocalypse, allowing them to spot approaching threats from a safe distance. The castle's towers, ramparts, and battlements become observation points, enabling survivors to monitor the movements of the undead and other potential dangers. Communication between different parts of the castle is facilitated by a network of passages and walkways, ensuring that the living can coordinate their defenses effectively. In a world where every sound could attract a swarm of zombies, the strategic height of a medieval castle becomes a silent guardian, watching over the survivors. While a medieval castle may seem like the ideal stronghold against the zombie apocalypse, complete with towering walls and storied history, it's crucial to acknowledge the potential drawbacks and challenges that come with this seemingly impregnable fortress. Despite the grandeur of a medieval castle, the finite space within its walls poses a significant challenge. Castles were not designed with modern living standards in mind, and their confined quarters may lead to overcrowding as survivors seek safety. This increased population density puts a strain on available resources, leading to potential shortages of food, water, and other essential supplies. The once spacious courtyards and halls may transform into cramped living spaces, fostering tension and friction among survivors. Limited resources within the castle may force inhabitants to make difficult decisions, potentially jeopardizing the delicate balance required for long-term survival. While medieval castles are renowned for their robust construction, centuries of wear and tear have left many in a state of disrepair. Survivors must contend with the constant challenge of maintaining and fortifying these ancient structures against the relentless onslaught of the undead. Crumbling walls, decaying woodwork, and aging foundations become points of vulnerability. Unlike contemporary living spaces, medieval castles lack the modern amenities we take for granted. The absence of electricity, plumbing, and heating systems poses significant challenges for the inhabitants. Survivors must adapt to a lifestyle devoid of creature comforts, relying on alternative solutions for basic needs. Without electricity, lighting becomes a challenge, forcing survivors to rely on torches, candles, or other makeshift sources. The very features that make a medieval castle a formidable fortress can also attract unwanted attention. The drawbridge, the high walls, and the imposing structure make the castle conspicuous in the landscape, potentially drawing the interest of not only zombies but also hostile human groups. Despite the disadvantages disadvantages, I don't think they are difficulties that you wouldn't have in more insecure places, the false sense of security that walls can offer. That's why I put this place at the top of what we have seen so far, thus giving it a score of 9 out of 10. Even so, each place depends on the people who live inside. In the end, it will depend on the ability of the people to make this place really safe or not. But what do you think? Do you think there is any better place?